how to verify your PayPal account, and also how to provide proof of address for your PayPal account in Kenya. That's what we are going to talk about in today's video. So you want to stay up to the very end so that you can learn how you can verify your PayPal account in Kenya. Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. If you are new here, welcome, karibu. My name is Eva Mtali and this is Eva Mtali Finance. On this channel, we talk about all things making money, mostly online. We talk about side hustle opportunities. We also talk about passive income. So if any of those topics sound exciting to you, you want to make sure that you are subscribed to the channel, and you also want to turn on all your notifications so that every single time I shoot a new video, you do not miss out. Without much further ado, I am going to be talking about how you can verify your PayPal account. So if you are new to PayPal, PayPal is a payment service that allows you to receive and also to make payments online, and it works mostly for those who are receiving payments or making payments across continents. So if you are based out of Kenya and you are offering any services or offering any products, then PayPal is a great way to get paid because they send your money to your address. So basically your PayPal account is an email address and money is sent to your address, your email address, and you get it in your PayPal account. So some of the advantages of getting paid via PayPal, especially if you are based out of Kenya, is that you get paid. You can actually choose either of two currencies, either euro or dollar account. And so if, let's say, somebody pays you in euros, the money comes into the euro account. If somebody pays you in dollars, the money comes into your dollar account. And the beauty about this is because if you are based out of a country like Kenya, for example, where the dollar is stronger than the Kenya shilling, when you get money and you convert it to Kenya shillings, your money goes a long way. The other advantage of getting paid via PayPal, especially if you're based in Kenya, is that you can actually withdraw money from your PayPal account direct into your M-Pesa account, and it comes like in less than 5 minutes. You get your money in the M-Pesa account, and the exchange rates are very, very, very good. So let's say if the current exchange rate of the shilling to the dollar is like 118, you're gonna get it in about 116, which is still good. I mean, they gotta make money, yeah? So this is a very, very easy way to get paid, and you can convert it very easily, very fast into your M-Pesa account. Now that we understand what PayPal is, we are sold on PayPal. One of the challenges most people have, especially, not even just in Kenya, but the developing countries, those countries outside of US, outside of Canada, outside of Europe, have is verifying their PayPal account. So everyone who uses PayPal is required by policy to verify their PayPal accounts. And the reason why PayPal insists on verification is because PayPal takes risk very seriously. They don't want a situation whereby they are dealing with an entity or a person that they do not know, they do not understand their background. They also try to make sure that they can curb online fraud, because if they know who you are, where your money is coming from, what your business is all about, your government knows about you, then they can feel they're operating from a safe point. And also in terms of money laundering, PayPal doesn't want to be the one who is supporting money laundering. So that's why PayPal takes verification very seriously. So there's usually verification at 3 different points. When you register for your PayPal account, they are gonna ask you to enter either your debit card or your credit card number, and they will take some small amount from it just to confirm that this card really exists. They will take maybe like $1 or something like that, and they will deduct that amount from your card, and then you're gonna receive a message in your either your email that you give to them. And once you have received that email, to be having a code, you're supposed to come back to your PayPal account and enter that code. So once you have that, then they can really confirm that indeed this card belongs to you and you have access to it. And then once you have done a few transactions here and there, and you are almost reaching your annual limit, then they will also ask for verification midway, and they'll send you an email and also put alerts on your on your what do they call it, on your dashboard, yeah, on your PayPal dashboard. So anytime your annual account limit is about to be reached, then you will get that notification that you have to provide additional verifications. And then anytime they suspect a suspicious transaction, like suddenly you get this huge deposit into your account, and like what you usually get, then they could also flag your account and ask for verification. So guys, it's very, very important that when PayPal asks you for verification, you respond immediately, because they're gonna give you some time to respond, and if you do not, they'll continue sending you alert. But if you just keep ignoring, they're gonna shut your account. And I know cases where they have shut people's accounts with tons of money in it, and you will not get that money back. So you do not want to lose your money, and that's why it's very important for us to verify the accounts. So for starters, number one, when you are registering for your PayPal account, it's important to make sure that the email address that you use to register your PayPal account is an address that you have access to, because this is where they're going to be sending you communications. This is the account where you're going to get all the alerts and everything. So that's step number one. Step number two, they're going to ask you for an address. Make sure that, whether, like personally, my PayPal account is a business PayPal account, whatever address you put on there is an address you have access to. So let's say if you give a PO box address, make sure you can actually go to the post office and get a letter in that PO box. Yeah, so that's step number one at registration. Also for your business, when you are registering your business with the Attorney General in Kenya, they always ask for your physical address. Make sure whatever address you enter when you're registering your business is an address that you can actually get a document from in your name. So for example, in my case, I have, because my business is run from home, I have put my physical home address on the business. So that means even my document, my lease document, has that information on it, because the lease is for the business. So make sure that you do that from the very, very beginning, because the moment they're going to ask for proof of address midway, that's what they're going to ask for. However, do not fret, because the moment they ask you for proof of address, you are allowed to change. So let's say when you registered for PayPal, you are living in Ojijo Estate in Kilimani, but as at the time of being asked for confirmation, you are living in Runda Estate. On the address request point in your PayPal account, you can actually change address. So just click on that, change address, and put one for which you have documents. So generally, the documents that you can use to verify your address and those that PayPal usually asks for proof of address is a utility bill. So utility bill here, we are talking about your gas bills, your water bill, your phone bill, electricity bill. And then they also ask for either your bank or credit card statement with your address on it. And then number three, they ask for either a government issued ID. It must be in your name or in your business name if your account is a business account. Now, usually there is a problem here when it comes to like the utility bill. In Kenya, for example, this is 2022 and I'm shooting this video. I do not know how many people actually receive a physical bill, either for electricity, for water, or a phone bill. Most people receive them on text message or on email. I do not know if anyone still sends a physical bill. Same thing with the bank or credit cards. Not all banks enter your address in the bank statement. I actually had to get so I have an account with Barclays Bank, I have an account with Cooperative Bank, and fortunately I have an account with SBM Bank. And of all these three banks, only SBM Bank had my address on the bank statement. So that's what I used to prove my address. But most other banks I checked, they do not enter the address in the bank statement. So make sure you check that even as you open your bank account. That's something you might want to look into. Does your statement come with the address on it? When it comes to utility bills, I don't know if anybody still receives a utility bill, but if you're receiving a utility bill, make sure that you enter. So whatever address is written on your utility bill, make sure it's in your name or in your business name. That's what you want to enter in your PayPal account, yeah? And then now let's assume you do not have a utility bill in your name, you do not have your bank or credit card statement in your name or your business name. Then now the only third verification document you're left with is your government issued ID. So here in Kenya, there's the three major government issued IDs is your passport. This might not work. It may or might not work. Like in my case, my passport is about, I think, 4 or 5 years, no, maybe 2 years old, because I got it in 2019, and it actually has my address on it. The only challenge is that PayPal insists that whatever document you give to them must not be more than 6 years old. So that one, sorry, 6 months old. So already that is out. So if your passport or your ID was issued less, no, of course your ID won't work there because there's no address on your ID. So if your passport address, you got your passport more than 6 months ago, then you can't use it. And then you can't use your ID because it doesn't have an address on it. So you're left with one other document that I discovered that actually has an address. That is your PIN certificate. Guys, I didn't even know that myself. I was looking at something else and I'm like, oops, my PIN certificate actually has my address on it, because I got my PIN like, I think 20 years ago. So your PIN certificate actually has your address on it. So here's the challenge that comes with most people. If you got your PIN certificate less than 6 months ago, then there's no problem. Just go to the KRA website. And once you're on the website, you have logged in, just go under KRA PIN and select reprint certificate. And it's gonna give you a printout and it's gonna have a date of issue. Now, what if you got your KRA PIN certificate or registered for your PIN certificate more than 6 months ago? You can still reprint that certificate, but it's gonna have an issue date of more than 6 months ago. So when you submit it to PayPal, they will not accept it because it's more than 6 months old since the date of issue. So what you need to do is to go back to the KRA website, and then under the section of KRA PIN, that drop-down box, you select amend PIN details. So now here is a catch. Whatever details you want to amend, there's some details you can amend and change will take place instantly, like your address, your email address, or your physical address. So those you can do almost immediately. There are some changes which if you make, you'll have to wait because KRA has to go into them and check and confirm and all that. It can take even a month. So make sure whatever PIN details you are amending are those details that will not require KRA to come and approve, and will just be approved instantly. So you can amend your Gmail, your email account. You can amend your what else can you amend? I was checking the other things you can amend. I think you can amend your address. I'm just not sure if it will change immediately. If you don't want to amend anything, just click on amend PIN details, and then there's a button written there, submit. When you click on submit, the system will kind of think that you amended something and change the issue date to the date of that amendment. So once you have done that, go back to there, and you can just at the bottom, once you click on submit, it will ask you if you want to download the PIN certificate. Say yes, download it. But if you go to your email address, you will still find no, and then go back and click on go back to the KRA PIN, that drop down box, and click on reprint PIN. Once you click on that, it will show you at the bottom print PIN. But also if you go to your email address, you will find your PIN certificate there. So guys, that's how you proof address with your that's how you proof your address for your PayPal account. So if you are a business, you're gonna need proof of address, which I've said you can use your PIN certificate or your bank certificate or your utility bill. And then number 2, you're gonna need proof of your business registration. This you're gonna get from your eCitizen. If you go to eCitizen, you will find your registration certificate there from the Attorney General. Just download it. And then you're gonna need to prove your business information, which is the address as I've talked about. If it is your personal PayPal account, you're gonna need to prove your contact details. Same process. That is your address, and you're gonna need to prove your identity. So they're gonna need a photo plus your ID. Submit those, and then The advantage, they will tell you that they'll get back to you in 7 days, but for me, they always got back like instantly. It took in less than 1 hour. I got information that my identity and that of the business had been unproven. Well, guys, that's it for today in terms of how to verify your PayPal account and also how to provide proof of address in Kenya for PayPal. Let me know if you found this video helpful by giving it a like, leaving a sweet comment below, and sharing it with all other people who are looking on ways to proof address for their PayPal accounts in Kenya. Thank you for staying up to the very end of this video. I definitely look forward to meeting you on the next one.